the Miss L case, because the judge in that case said your agency did a better job of tracking immigrants' personal property than their children. So you could find their keys, but you could not find their children. Come on now.
I'm referencing the results.
Yeah, well, we're talking about the same case. You quoted from it and I did.
Sure. I'm talking about the results of the
Yeah, I'm talking about human beings. I'm not talking about people that come from, as the president said, SH holes. These are human beings. Human beings just trying to live a better life. And so the problem with your claim is that it is contradicted by the facts. We now have documents and they show this not to be true. And I don't say that lightly. Your claim is also refuted by not one, but two independent inspectors general. For example, on September 27, 2018, DHS Inspector General issued a scathing report that this, and I quote, DHS was not fully prepared to implement the administration's zero tolerance policy or to deal with some of the after effects. DHS also struggled to identify, track, and reunify families separated under zero tolerance due to limitations with its information technology systems, including a lack of integration systems between systems, end of quote. The IG also found that the Trump administration's public claim that you had a, quote, central database, and listen to this, Mr. Secretary, the IG said it was blatantly false. The IG also found that, quote, there's no evidence that such a database even exists, end of quote. Mr. Meadows, to his credit, has often said, and we all have said, we want transparency. And can you understand when we hear that kind of information, listening to the IG who was independent, see what, and listen to our colleagues who have been there right on the ground, and then we hear that you're talking about a database and there is no database, that seems to go in the opposite direction of transparency, and therefore, when we hear about stories coming out from you and your agency that everything is pretty good and you're doing a great job, I guess you feel like you're doing a great job, right? Is that what you're saying?
We're doing our level best in a very challenging
What does that mean? What does that mean when a child is sitting in their own feces, can't take a shower? Come on, man. What's that about? None of us would have our children in that position. They are human beings. And I'm trying to figure out, and I get tired of folks saying, oh, they just beating up on the Border Patrol. Oh, they just beating up on Homeland Security. Now, what I'm saying is I want to concentrate on these children. And I want to make sure that they are okay. I will say it, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's not the deed that you do to a child, it's the memory. It's the memory. And so, and I told the head of Border Patrol the other day, I said, I want to know what's happening in the meantime. We are the United States of America. We are the greatest country in the world. We are the ones that can go anywhere in the world and save people. Make sure that they have diapers. Make sure that they have toothbrushes. Make sure that they're not laying around defecating in some silver paper. Come on, we're better than that. And I don't want us to lose sight of that. When we are dancing with the angels, these children will be dealing with the issues that have been presented to them. How do you say to a 2-year-old, your mother we can't find your mother, but we can find her keys. Or we'll find her keys. We got your mama's keys. And so I just think we can do better.